Hello, let's talk about some frustrating topic today. You may be thinking what I'm talking about. One word which we quite often use in our life is frustration. I'm frustrated. I don't know why I'm getting frustrated. All the time throughout my life I'm frustrated. So this is one word which has been quite often heard. And I would rather say that especially at this point of time, at this age, where things are happening in a faster pace, where people don't have time and everybody is working towards their dreams and goals and people are very competitive, the frustration levels are mounting. On the road, you can see the frustration. In the airport, you can see the frustration. In ticket counters, you can see the frustration. Right now, to the extent that when you are browsing a website and you are not seeing that domain, in just a fraction of a second, you get frustrated. So the question is it good or bad? In fact, nobody wants to get frustrated. I've asked many people; they hate to be frustrated. But at the same time, this is something which is happening on a regular basis in our life. And a lot of people ask this question: that how can I get out of this frustration? How can I live a life without frustration? I have seen and I have gone through many philosophical literature, and I personally have done a lot of studies on this area, because frustration leads to stress. And stress, as you know, is not a good thing for your health. Now, how to deal with frustration. The leadership guru, Stephen Covey, he has made a very good, interesting, observation about frustration. He says that people get frustrated only when they get concerned about the things which are not in their circle of influence. Now, let us study about this. Let us think about this. In fact, you can see two circles. One is called the circle of influence and the second one is called the circle of concern. And when your circle of concern is bigger than your circle of influence, you get frustrated. That means you are concerned about things which are beyond your circle of influence, you get frustrated. Suppose you are waiting for the train and the train is, they are announcing that it's delayed by 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, they are saying that it's further delayed by 10 minutes. Again, there is an announcement saying that it's going to be delayed by half an hour. You get frustrated. You can see frustration all around the platform. People must be hitting the wall. People are going to the station master and shouting and screaming and creating a lot of noise out there. It's the frustration mounting. My question is, by doing this, do you think that you can bring the train faster? No. That particular situation is outside your circle of influence and you are getting concerned about it. That's why you get frustrated. The moment you take a decision that I'm going to be concerned about the things which comes under my circle of influence, there won't be any frustration. That means you need to enhance the circle of influence or increase the circle of influence and make it bigger so that your circle of concerns becomes smaller and come and go inside the circle of influence. That means your circle of influence should be bigger than your circle of concern. And when your circle of influence is bigger than your circle of concern, you will be out of frustration. I have gone through a lot of frustration during one of my jobs. Whereby one of my bosses regularly used to frustrate me. He used to blame me for every single thing. I make a proposal, he make a hell out of that. And somehow or other, I used to get frustrated every morning, every afternoon, every evening. When I come back home, I am frustrated, totally frustrated, fed up with my life. When I was interacting with a person who is very spiritually enlightened, he asked me a question. He asked me, the issue is whether you get frustrated or someone else is making you frustrated. I was quite surprised because both the same. He said, no, when you are getting frustrated, it's your action. If somebody else is making you frustrated, it's his action. What's your problem? I said, my issue is I getting frustrated. Okay, you getting frustrated, don't get frustrated because it's your action. Easily said than done, right? But at the same time, once you understand that, can I influence the other person's behavior at this point of time? If I can influence, do the things by which I can influence the other person's behavior. If I cannot, don't get really concerned about it. Maybe you think that the other person is giving you frustration only because he has a lot of stock of that frustration. He must be carrying a lot of stock of frustration, and he wanted to give it away to some people, and he found you there, and he is giving that frustration to you. And actually, you can sympathize about that person who is actually passing the frustration to you because he has a lot of those things with him. What I'm talking about is, think about the things in your life. Think about the situations in your life, everyday life. And whenever you get into a situation, ask this question. If you feel like frustrated, if you're feeling that this situation is getting you frustrated, ask a question. Is it comes within my circle of influence? If it is not coming in my circle of influence, don't get concerned about it. Practice. Always remember, practice, 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 practice. Practice makes everything permanent. You cannot change the things in one day, but over a period of time, once you start practicing this, that is, I'm going to be concerned about only those things which I can influence. Once you start practicing this, I can tell you, you can get out of frustration and you can have more relaxed, stress-free life. See you next time. Bye.